everybody. It is Black History Month, so we are going to do some celebration and some key points about Black history this month, along with some other things. But I wanted to tell you a little bit about what Black History Month is all about. Obviously, it's where we celebrate and are grateful for and appreciate and learn about Black Americans in history and what a wonderful contribution they've made as Americans to our great country. And it started out actually, a Black American history scholar, Carter Woodson, in 1926 it was called Negro Week. And then in 1976, it became Black History Month in Canada and the United States. They picked February because it was the birthday of Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass, who was another famous Black American. So that's why it's February. So since the it's often said that this could actually be a daily conversation, not just a monthly conversation. You know, we may never have won the space race if it weren't for the great Americans. Not only were they Black Americans, but they were Americans, and they were women, by the way. They were American heroines of Katherine Johnson, Dorothy Vaughan, and Mary Jackson. You probably saw that really cool movie where they, with their beautiful math brains, brought, I think, somebody in from space. But they, without their contribution, we probably wouldn't be where we are with the space race today. So they're not just Black Americans, they're American heroines. So I love them, love that story. So since the Civil War, and before the Civil War, obviously, there was a lot of violence. And in 1908, it got so bad in Springfield, Illinois, that a group of Black leaders got together to create a civil rights group, and it was established in 1909 called the NAACP, which is the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. And they got together, and they actually took 10 years. It took them 10 years to draft and get passed in 1918 the Dyers Bill. Now the Dyers Bill, it was the blueprint for all the subsequent NAACP-backed anti-lynching measures, but this law sought to charge lynch mobs with capital murder and to try lynching cases in federal court. Now, before that, if you were a white person and you were murdered, it was a capital crime and you were tried in federal court. But if you were a Black person, it wasn't. So this was very, very important. 3 American presidents came forward and verbally acknowledged how important this bill was, and how passionate they were about everybody being treated equal, and that the violence was just abhorrent and unnecessarily and not going to be tolerated. So, great bill. Took them 10 years to get it, but it's thank God for the NAACP, right? So these are just some things about Black History Month that I wanted to talk to you about. It brings to mind a quote that I just love. Dr. Maya Angelou is one of my favorite writers, and she's also an African American heroine. And she said, you do the best you can until you know better. And then when you know better, you do better. And that just makes me really happy. So, in continued growth and love and support of all Americans and humans. Thank you, Dr. Angelou, for that. So we'll be tuning in for a few more tidbits on African American Black History Month and other things too. So stay tuned. Love you. Bye.